Okay, so let's get this done. Let's beat this game. Let's stop trying to find answers and just accept that this is a one-way
What if you never
trip.
went to the painting and just continued straight?
I saw you dead, as
It
I see
probably
you
would've.
now.
Yeah.
Am I
Forced
Use
it.
you will look at.
Okay, so you're an illusion.
What has happened to you?
Oh, Pierce. You insist on ignoring the truth when it's right there in front of you. Sarah Hawkins saw you as you really are. This painting is the proof.
This is madness.
It's not just your life that is at stake. Many men and women.
Colden!
You will not deprive.
I saw what Leviathan did to Fuller.
His life was written well before.
Yeah, so
So it adds a couple more sentences.
it just changes it, but it doesn't actually really change that much. That's interesting. Alright, spare me your fairy tales.
You're mistaken. I believe no more in destiny than I do in vampires, gods, and their female prophets.
What?
Oh, well done. That will really impress her.
Again, this denial. It doesn't matter anymore. The future is now but an image that Sarah Hawkins has painted for you. Why don't you go and join her, you who believe in nothing? And then, you'll see.
Idiot.
You'll see that there are truths so powerful, so overwhelming, that even a mind as narrow as yours cannot withstand them.
And what is your truth, Colden? What is your role in this story?
I must take you to Sarah Hawkins, our oracle.
Sarah, tell me where you took her.
We'll find her at Alabaster Point.
I'm going to get her. Don't try to stop me.
Of course.
Shut up. Get out of my way.
Stop fighting the dead.
No one can fight their fate. Neither them, nor you.
Shut up! Silence! Stop! Go away! Stop!
Don't resist, Edward. They're already dead. There's nothing you can do. Just give in.
What happened to me? Sarah. I must go to Sarah. She is the Oracle. She will know what to do.
Ah. He's already talking like he's... I mean, I suppose at this point there's no denying that something is afoot and that she very well could be this oracle being. I didn't like how he was talking about the vampires and the ghouls and such and said
That-
female prophets. Like, what? Is that some kind of jab? Is it because only men can be prophets?
I think it's just because Hawkins is the prophet. But yeah, it's kind of odd that it's female prophets. It just made me chuckle with the whole, like, I don't believe in vampires thing.
Oh,
because
there are
this is
two
the voice
paths.
actor for Vampire. Like,
suppose
his
you can't
last
get that
role
both,
was being
can
a
you?
vampire, which is kind of amusing.
Wait, what? What was?
His last role was being a vampire, so it's amusing to me that, you know, now he's like, I don't believe in vampires.
Alabaster Point. After a final confrontation, Pierce must go to Alabaster Point, where Sarah Hawkins is supposed to be waiting for him. There, he must make decisions that could change the destiny of the world.
I don't like the whole, like... Oh. Hi. Nope. I don't like the whole, like, slow walking in these sections. Because they're not interesting. Like, I think this... One of the things I really want to see in these games is like an actual, you know, for the final section, it's just a lot of caves. There's some stone architecture up there, but I want to see like much more.
Reality, as you know it, stops here.
None of
In the
this
ground?
makes sense.
Go. She is waiting.
So we have the waves, endless rocks, some kind of storm in the distance.
Because I want to see, like, I mean, this architecture is pretty cool, but I want to see them go like 10 times crazier. Like, as you lose your mind in the game, the architecture of everything around you becomes
Oh,
like
I
much
like
more
all the
eldritch horror.
slate
What
veil
have they done
and
to
stuff.
me?
Come on.
Oh! Ah, Mr. Pierce. I was expecting you. Fuller, you died in front of my eyes.
Don't jump to conclusions. Is there not the tiniest spark of a scientific mind inside of that detective skull of yours?
What abject substance did you use to turn her into an empty shell?
Abject substance. The serum extracted from Leviathan's oil bestows the power of life. To me, my body is nothing but the mortal vessel of my conscience. To you, it contains more answers and secrets than your insignificant mind can grasp.
I like the shadows in the storm. You can occasionally see a tentacle in there.
Oh yeah.
You can barely stand up, and yet here you are. You never give up.
That is not you. Not anymore. Not since your disappearance on the docks.
Ah, detective. So easy to fool you. So eager to rush to the rescue of a woman in distress.
You won't make me regret having tried to save people. I did what I could. Even for Colden.
Your efforts to change your destiny, although in vain, make you worthy of the fate that is yours. The day has come. You will be asked to choose.
Who's Colton again? Oh, Colton's the woman.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It said chose there rather than choose.
There's a lot of translation and typo issues. It's. I like Cyanide Studios. I like Focus Home Entertainment, but they are not exactly the most. They're not great at quality control sometimes.
This
A
looks
lot of
like
times.
Charles, right?
You took everything from me. Wife, life, destiny. You forsook your right to a normal life. The moment you chose power over humanity. No one wants to see such an unbearable sight. You don't have the slightest idea of what you speak, of what I've been through. I have sacrificed my life to the one who sleeps. My marriage, my family, my own flesh. Why didn't Sarah choose me? Why is it your damn face on her painting?
Open your eyes. You are the most important human on Earth.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, you've decided to shut your eyes. Find refuge in denial like a spooked child. You've lost your mind. And to think mankind's future is on your shoulders. None of this is real. Trust your guts.
If nothing's real, what are you?
I am a projection of your mind. What remains of that instinct that pulled you out of the trenches. You rejected her half-truths.
Yeah, the reason why I don't say much is truly when I hit these points.
Oh. Wait, is that space?
Yeah.
The cosmos.
Yep, yeah, it's getting worse. And you get to see astral. I think is the word they use, astral flesh.
The astral flesh?
Yeah. I think that's the term I've seen used frequently. See, this is the kind of rendering I want to see, but I want to see this sort of thing at the halfway point in the game. And I want to see like them go further. Like, you know, I actually want to see like a game studio or a movie or a whatever try and tackle what happens after, you know, the dreamer wakes up and everything goes nutso. And like,
Or just have it set in a really interesting fantasy setting.
There.
true.
I'm almost there.
Did the music get super loud? It
Yeah.
did. Why don't I turn it down a little bit? It's been kind of loud since we started this track, and I'd like to hear the dialogue over it. It's still freaking loud.
I don't know if turning that down's gonna help.
It's better. It is better.
Oh, there's the cultists. There's the floating stones.
Are they all masked ones, or... No, they're all awakened.
Awakened.
I liked the masks that they had earlier.
What's happened to Algernon? Is he gonna intervene
There
with
he
the
is,
necklace?
next to Fitzroy.
Oh, he's being... Yeah, he's a hostage.
Here you are at last, Truth Seeker.
She was waiting for you.
You were waiting for me.
Yes, when I finally discovered the truth, I knew you would come. All this time I was fighting it, afraid of what I might discover, but I was afraid of myself.
It's coming.
What did you learn?
Listen to me, Edward Pierce, as I will deliver the truth.
Oh, isn't that interesting? If you had a little bit more occult, you could say
You are lost.
you are lost.
Oh well.
Look around you. Everything is falling apart. You must stop this madness.
I can't make that choice. This will be your decision. One man only prepared by the trials and revelations, holds the power to change the world. Because I saw you in the dreams I share with my God. I recognize you for what you are, a truth seeker. One of the rare humans who is able to perceive fragments of his mind.
Yes, yes.
I feel the truth in your words.
Because it was written. Or, as I like to see it, painted on the canvas of fate.
Pierce, help me!
Oh no, don't sacrifice him.
Silence!
Dagger.
Wouldn't it be more of like a wet splat? That's fresh paint.
Ooh. Perform the counter ritual.
I like the sound of the counter ritual.
Yeah, what's the counter ritual?
I don't know. I'm just here to talk to you about how badly you butcher sharks.
Come on, time is running out.
I don't think so, actually.
It is!
Where?
The music is going up.
Yeah, I don't see a timer button.
Watch him just slit his throat and they're just like, well, you're not acting. That can't possibly go any higher.
Sorry.
I think it's just gonna keep...
Yeah, so we want to
on
do
this
counter
particular
ritual,
frame.
because ritual is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Counter ritual it is.
But does that mean self-sacrifice?
Who knows? What?
Oh no. I mean, it removed the paint. But did it become internalized in you?
I guess so. Huh. Are there post-credit scenes, or... That's it?
What?
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 Sharks! Oh, okay. Oh. Let me guess, mental hospital.
Maybe it's Algernon paying you a visit.
We doubled the dosage, as you asked us to, Doctor.
Or is it
Good,
Fuller?
Thank you.
Oh no. Still around? Or was it all a dream?
That was... Okay.
So was it Fuller never died and he was just always at the hospital, or this is all in your head, or what's the point? Or maybe it was because it was internalized in you, the status quo was maintained and Fuller and all the cultists are still trying to find a way to conduct the ritual, but they need to find a new truth seeker, and that's not you anymore because you foiled their first attempt. Like, what's the point? So now
the point is Cthulhu isn't...
Now are you gonna try the it's over?
Yeah, we might as well try all three available endings. There's a fourth one that if you were, like, completely loony bin, you would get. So, technically, yes, it's a good ending because only we went to shit.
Took it for the sake of the world.
Yeah. I just want a Doom Guy ending. The ending where we found the dynamite and threw it at him.
Really?
Yeah, why not? There was dynamite, supposedly, somewhere. Wouldn't that be a great ending? Just be like, sup, dudes? Shh, shh. Algernon, duck.
Here you are.
She was waiting.
You were...
Yeah, but
Okay, we might be able to go crazy pants, too.
Mm-hmm.
but
Look around. Everything.
It's too bad you didn't have enough occultism. Because what if you could have convinced her to, like, stop?
would have been interesting. It's over.
Who are you gonna shoot? With the "it's over" her?
I can't let you do this.
Huh? Huh?
No one can force you. Sorry, Simon.
Oh, Simon's her son.
Mm-hmm. So she kills herself. Then what's the light?
Well, the light's the sun.
The sun peeking through the clouds?
Yeah.
Is
Effectively, Cthulhu or whatever creature couldn't be summoned.
so isn't this the best ending?
Probably, yeah.
I'll have to see.
I mean, it looks like he still uses sleeping pills and stuff.
There's still the paintings. So she had foreseen even that.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Well, so now what I'm wondering is, so she kills herself and what? All of Cthulhu's minions just go back into their caves and let them leave?
Apparently we're important. And we have to be the one. We are secretly the chosen one.
No, I understand that, but... And that's why she's like, we couldn't force you, and Cthulhu himself, or Leviathan, said, you know, I can't force you because to force the knowledge on you would shatter your mind, or something weird, like you have to want it for yourself, but... I mean, I liked that ending a lot more than just the...
Yeah, he's still wrestling with his demons, but... Well, let's go crazy as a coconut if we can. Unfortunately, I can't check my stats.
So, by crazy as a coconut, do you mean just say yes, continue with the ritual, or just start shouting in Cthulhu language
A bit
at
of
her?
both, really. I can't help but feel like I wish they had allocated a little bit more budget to the bar. Like, I want the ending where Pierce and Algernon become eldritch-busting, you know, supernatural cops, and they go after other cults. Take them down. I want that
Here
ending.
you are. Listen.
I have seen things. Strange and horrifying, but always true.
Will you trust my words?
Yes.
One man, One man only prepared by the trials and revelations.
Pierce, help me!
Ritual!
I still wish that we had ended on the quote-unquote good one.
None of them are actually good. This might actually be the quote-unquote good ending in terms of just sheer quality. I'm assuming
You mean
Pierce
the
kills
most
himself.
cutscene?
Yeah, the one that they actually bothered to make substantive, because the first one was kind of generic.
Wait, what happened with Algernon? Was he just cast aside, or wasn't...
Fingluí Muglan the Fa Cthulhu Wigana Gal Fatagan.
Raise a sacrifice?
Wait, I thought we got cut on our side. Where's the cut? Wait, no, it's back. What? That's...
Everyone else got blasted away? How do we see the post-apocalyptic world that vaults? Everyone's going mad. I could tell that was her at
the
that
screaming,
point.
Yeah.
Wait, so...
Wait, if you went full crazy, that's the ending you get? Wait, so literally nothing in this game mattered?
Nothing but the final decision.
Nothing... Deus Ex, Mass Effect 3,
That's what I was wondering about whether or not you chose Cat or the barman. Had any answers? Like, what
it just maybe changed your route?
If choosing to kill or to spare your police officer friend, I thought that he was either gonna come in
didn't matter.
later and
None of it mattered.
help or
Nothing
save
mattered.
you from the ritual.
Didn't matter. Nope.
And I really thought that after cutscene with, Cthulhu there in the background, that I thought that we would see a world in which, he was oppressing the rest of the human race. Instead, we just saw a brawl between his followers. Is that really what
That's really boring. Like, I wanted to see the world almost, like, pull back, and you see, like, the world just being replaced with star stuff and nonsense. Because, like, you saw the tentacles in the background and, like, the tears in reality and stuff. I wanted to see them go, like...
But that's the thing. I mean, perhaps it's because he's incomprehensible and such, but I always thought that what's the point in appealing to creatures' inner desires and congregating worshippers and stuff if you don't seek to subjugate them, you just seek to destroy them? What's the point then? What's the point?
He's awake.
What's the point?
But yeah,
of
this goes
ruling
back to
nothing?
that thing I was talking about before you joined. I don't really see the appeal of joining these cults. It seems like... It seems like whatever the end game for these people is just lame. Like, they don't actually get powers. They don't get any kind of favor. They don't get a good ending themselves.
Okay, so maybe the doctor and such could have lured them in with the promise of immortality and junk. And also, they're regrowing their limbs. They're like, I can see the appeal to that. Humanity would give a lot for immortality. This reminds me of the ending of the Call of Cthulhu movie. You saw the movie?
Yeah, it was awful.
Well, what occurred in the Call of Cthulhu movie?
I don't remember. I just remember eventually he loses his mind, accepts it, and joins the cult with everybody else. And then it's just kind of this lame, like, walk-away ending. And you're like, what?
Yeah, and I also find it really interesting. You would think that the best ending would be achieved by reversing the ritual. Like, maybe it would prevent Cthulhu from coming back to this plane because it sealed Earth off forever or something weird. But no, it was just a...
Decision 1, 2, 3, and possibly 4. Somebody else is chiming in that they got a different ending. But, like...
Well, maybe if you fully embrace the knowledge and everything else, you would become like
it's
the
entirely
Avatar
possible.
of Cthulhu.
I think this is just the inherent problem with choice-based games, that we've never managed to go above and beyond what Fable is.
If they gave you the choice of sparing the police officer, and if they gave you the choice of choosing to save Cat or the barman,
yeah, it should have
had a repercussion.
And so I think the problem is all of these studios are still stuck in the Molyneux promise. Every decision you make matters. But, like, the problem is nobody has the budget for that.
It's a common trope. It's the illusion of choice. And it's funny because this whole thing was about illusions.
Like,
how everything was an illusion.
This is the reason why I don't want to ever play, like, the Deus Ex games, the more modern ones, because they also have this same, like, 3 crappy ending situation. Like, I would have much rather played a fully linear Call of Cthulhu game. Or, no. 2 branches. Pretty much, you either go batshit crazy, or you kind of go, like, stubbornly sane.
But I would almost rather that it not even be a conscious choice, but something cumulative.
Yeah.
Based on so many choices in the game. It really could be a point system.
So, like, Undertale, I hate to bring it up, but Undertale is a conscious choice. Very early on, do you kill or do you not kill? And if you waffle, you kind of get the middling ending, and then it hints at the good ending. If you go full kill, the game is completely different. The environments are the same, but the route through it, the dialogue, the cutscenes, the characters, very different.
Which is why I would have liked to have seen it where, you know, your insanity meter? I thought that that was going to be the gauge for which it was going to eventually determine what the last act would look like.
But no, if you're crazy as a coconut, you still get those 3, maybe 4 endings. And, like, I think it would have been better if they'd given up choice. You know, had choice be maybe, like, choosing routes through the game, but none of it matters. You know, this will change your destiny. And just had it been, like...
Even the dialogue options only added 1 or 2 sentences of difference. They just... It would seem like they would answer...
I was kind of grumping about that.
And then they'd railroad into some other
You know how I put all those, like, stat points into investigation, eloquence, psychology, whatever? Find hidden object is... And maybe occultism are the only 2 that actually matter in the game. And even then, I'm not sure.
And medicine
Find hidden
didn't
object,
matter.
I think, is the only important one.
If you had, like, super high medicine stat, you should have been able to maybe heal both.
Yeah.
What was the point? Cthulhu, what's the point? What's the point in taking over the world? It's gonna end in madness.
Yeah. And a lot of people are saying, well, this is Call of Cthulhu, like, you should kind of expect this sort of ending, but, like, it doesn't change it from being dissatisfying, because I would have been fine with the bad ending if it had gotten, like...
The only ending I actually liked of the 3 was when he says it's over.
Yeah.
And there's something left where she says, sorry, Simon, and jumps off the cliff. Like, maybe she's apologizing because she thought Cthulhu was going to bring her son back. Yeah,
probably.
But
like, I would have been, with the bad ending, I would have actually been really satisfied if, reality started tearing itself apart, gravity turned off, Cthulhu rose from the seas, an asteroid smashes into the planet or the moon, and every single human being there turns into weird flesh trees and screaming and stuff, and, you know, make the colors go all wonky and all sorts of stuff.
And maybe the Leviathan Spectre has a couple last words for the main protagonist.
Leviathan gloating would have been wonderful. In fact, Leviathan saying stuff over the course of the entire credits would have been really cool.
Because they really hyped the main character up to be this key, this integral figure that was going to decide the fate.
But it was like a fifth act twist that he was even the key. Like, you get to the ending and it's like, by the way, you're the chosen one. It's like,
Truth Seeker.
Huh? I mean, they've been kind of implying it the entire time.
They implied it because
but, like,
she had been painting him.
Yeah, but, like, nothing about him was truth seekery.
I mean, he's a detective.
I guess.
He seeks the truth.
Yeah, well, fine. Let's grab, the guy from Naked Gun. Oh god, Frank Drebin would be amazing.
What I didn't like, though, was that the endings, the aftermath parts of the credits for the endings only focused on directly what happened to the main character, not the wider world.
Yeah.
So,
and I think with, like, the 2 good endings, it didn't matter. Because, like, the wider world just moves on.
Right, but I was confused as to why Fuller was still around, unless him shooting Fuller never happened and Fuller was just allowed to keep things as they were. Like, I'm wondering...
Well, Fuller had immortality stuff. Like, at best, he shot Fuller in the chest. Which, like,
that's
the one
true,
dude regrew his leg.
It made me wonder why Drake... If Drake walked off that ledge alive, and if, like, how he was even brought into the asylum. Wouldn't they have just killed him then and there, unless they really thought that they needed him further? Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if we get the good endings or not. It just they weren't done well. Like, the quality was low. That's what I'm grumpy about.
And also the whole illusion of choice, how choices didn't
matter.
Really matter in the end.
We should play Fable someday, just so you can see where this kind of started.
Fable?
Well, yeah, Fable is the... I want to say the origin of the whole option A, B, or C endings. You know, the choices matter, but it never does.
Well, what about BioWare games?
BioWare games came after Fable.
They came after Fable?
Yeah.
What I liked about BioWare games, at least Knights of the Old Republic, because those are the only ones I've played, would be throughout the game there were choices that did result in different outcomes.
You might be right. KOTOR 1 might have preceded. No. I think Fable 1
was
came
like
before.
2000.
Technically, there's older CRPGs that had the whole choice system, but
it was one of those things where it felt like things had consequences. Your party members could live or die or betray you. There were several instances in which you would gain whole new factions as allies or enemies. Certain party members wouldn't even join you depending on your choices, or one would actually kill another or something. It changed the game whilst you played it. And yes, there were only really 2 endings.
Oh no.
The light side
Knights of the Old Republic's older than Fable, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even then, they're based on old Black Isle games, so realistically, you can go back even further. I just go back to the Fable thing.
Well, hey,
because,
there's also Myst.
Yeah, well, but
Myst
like,
had choice, but
it had choice, but like Fable was the one that pushed the whole "your choices matter." Like
it didn't have dialogue option choices.
It was the first one that I think truly
Myst
lied
did.
when they said your choices matter. You know, every single thing will affect the game.
Oh yeah, people mention Jade Empire. I want to play Jade Empire at some point because that's another BioWare game.
Up to you. Either way, I did enjoy this game. Visually, it was nice. Musically, it was nice. The voice acting was great. The ambiance and the environment was nice, and I liked the detective stuff. I just like it. It really did feel like somewhere around the halfway point, they realized they had to wrap things up instead of expanding the mystery, and I don't feel satisfied with it.
Yep, and I mean, obviously, the Shambler was quite frightening. I was actually really surprised that they included that kind of creature in all this.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it wasn't just the tentacly cultists the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me curious as to what the world of this other dimension or Cthulhu are all about. It makes me wonder about their motivations and, like, why they do what they do, unless it's really all just about existence and consumption. I'm just wondering, why was the Leviathan in the ocean to begin with?
It was a trap. It wanted to be caught, so it could trigger this.
Yes, but how did it get there?
How is Cthulhu in the ocean?
Wait, I thought that Cthulhu was, like, cosmic and had to be brought
Yeah, but
here.
apparently he's asleep forever in the deep sea, question mark.
In our deep sea?
Supposedly.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm fine with that.
I need to read Lovecraft.
We should probably read some Lovecraft, actually.
We should read some H.P. Lovecraft.
Well,
so that we can finally grasp this. Though I think for the most part, they were always stories about a man stumbling upon a peculiar situation that's affecting locals and then finding out that there's a paranormal explanation for the goings-on.
Either way, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
Really? We're gonna end it like that?
I'm so hungry. What are we gonna do? We're gonna just keep talking circles. I mean, if you wanna say more, but I've said literally all I need to say or can say about this game. I mean, I could go way into detail, but at that point, I might as well script up a review.
Cthulhu!